Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Vinaxius and we are playing Hearthstone Arena. We're going into the pit. I'm currently 1-1 as a hunter. Not the best start that we could have had. In the second game where I lost, I had just a lot of trouble getting control over the board in general. I only have really one solution against gigantic, terrifying creatures, and that's this Hunter's Mark that we have right here. And so our opponent, who is a priest, just played an 8/8 water sea giant of some sort, and basically turned it into like a 8/14 or 8/16 or something crazy, and I got completely manhandled. Hopefully we don't have that same disastrous experience again.
Greetings,
I'm going to say hello, and our starting hand's okay. I think something I need to do is start playing Snipe earlier, and because it's a gamble, I'm going to have to commit to gambling with it, really. So we're going to play it. Maybe he'll coin and play something gigantic the first turn, and it'll have exactly 4 health, and my Snipe will do just enough damage to kill it. He does coin. He has 3 mana. Plays a Jungle Panther. Nice! I'm happy with how that turned out. And I get the feeling that he's probably not, but that's okay. That's why it's a competition. I really don't like the gambling aspect of things like... Oof. I'm okay with that, to be honest. Of things like Snipe and Knife Juggler is good just because in comparison to a lot of other 2-mana creatures, but if I had to ever choose between like Snipe and things like Kill Command, I'm going to take Kill Command because I get to choose exactly what's going to happen and I don't leave it up to chance, and I don't like leaving things up to chance in these sorts of situations. Right now, I think we're looking okay. We have a trap that we need to put out. He has a Doomsayer. At the start of your turn, destroy all minions. Honestly, there are a couple ways that we can approach this. We can Hunter's Mark and kill it, leaving our Sun Guardian alive with his Divine Shield up. Or we can let them both die, and I just continue playing onward.
My greetings.
What I'm going to do is Hunter's Mark and hope he doesn't have like an 8/8. Honestly, he's probably going to have an 8/8 now that I think about it. Because he's a druid, and whenever you see like the 8-mana 8/8 taunt that the druids get, you're gonna take it. And then I'm gonna be in a pickle. If that happens though, I do have a beast creature out. He just has Dark Light of Pain, that's not a big deal to me. But as long as I have a beast out, I'll be able to do 5 damage with Kill Command and just need 3 more in order to make something really good happen. So Anaheim is definitely the play here. I'm going to take up Acolyte of Pain because of the situation in which I play something like Oasis Snapdraw and then he gets 2 card draws out of it. Card advantage is a big deal. When I run out of cards in my hand, if he has 3 more, or 2 more, or even 1 more, he's in a better position. And then you have to look towards this area here. And if he's in a good position there and he has more cards in his hand, you're in a lot of trouble. So, here's hoping. That's a decent Mark of the Wild, to be honest. I'm gonna have to do something a lot more drastic than I would have wanted to in order to deal with it. No, I don't want to Kill Command. Yet. I think I'll trade with the Stan Hyman here for sure. And this opens up a lot of options. What I personally prefer is I prefer using kill spells on creatures, That's what I'm going to do. Because those are one-turn, single-use only things, and these creatures are going to stay here until they die.
Remember, kill the loss.
So the longer they stay here, the better things get. And I'm going to play a couple traps here. This will help deal with anything else that he puts out on the board, and next turn is when I can play a couple more creatures and get some good stuff done. It'll probably be Defender and Oasis Snapdraw next with 8 mana. Oasis Snapdraw gets to attack right off the bat. Defender will come out and buff a couple guys up.
Give me a quest.
And I don't mind having my sniper use for Questing Adventure. I think Questing Adventure is 3 mana now, isn't it? Yeah. Not bad at all. And I feel like he was preemptive in putting that card out because that was... yeah. I think I played fairly decently there. I don't think I made too many mistakes. That was just generally an okay play, and now we're 2-1. And that's good. Hopefully I can get up to, like... I don't want to be super ambitious. I'm gonna say 4 or 5 wins. I'll be happy with that. That gets me almost back into the arena with straight up gold, and I'd be happy with getting back into the arena with straight up gold, because that means I don't have to spend money. Because I'm a poor university student who has student fees to pay and student loans that he's using to pay them with, so...
You asked for it.
You know, when I graduate, I'm gonna be in the I have to spend money position. I'll keep Snipe. These guys are too expensive. I want some sort of early opener here, and we got exactly that, really. Starving Buzzard and Scavenging Hyena I am absolutely happy with. It's a mage we're playing against. Mages sort of scare me. She's probably going to have a lot of ways to deal with my early game creatures right now. And I don't know if I want to play my creatures first or if I want to put Snipe out. She has a coin. That means maybe she'll play a 3-mana creature on turn 2. She might play a 2-mana creature on turn 1, in which case Snipe is like, it's not going to do anything to that. I do want Starving Buzzard out and then Scavenging Hyena out before the Starving Buzzard dies. That gives the Hyena buff, that gives me a card draw. And we have another Starving Buzzard, which is okay. I'm okay with that. I think I'll still go Starving Buzzard and then Hyena as the order, and then on turn 4 I'll do Snipe and Starving Buzzard or something. This changes a lot, actually. I'll put out Knife Juggler first. Doing that 1 extra damage might change things, well, not at all, or it might make a huge difference. I'm absolutely okay with her using Frostbolt on my Knife Juggler instead of Starving Buzzard, because going first, you're going to have a card disadvantage off the bat, and card disadvantage against a mage especially I'm scared of. At this point, we can play Starving Buzzard and Scavenging Hyena, drawing me a Timberwolf, and a Stranglethorn Tiger, and a Scavenging Hyena. That's fantastic. I really hope she doesn't have, like, a Blizzard, because that deals 2 damage to all creatures on my side of the board, and that would absolutely suck. That's a good decision. Absolutely, I think that is something that she would have definitely preferred to do. I want my Scavenging Hyena to get buffed out of control, but she's gonna fireball it, and that's okay too. I have a lot more creatures on the board to put out. And what order am I going to put them out in? I think I'll do Scavenging Hyena. That just seems to make sense to me. Gives me Arcane Shot. Ooh. I'm gonna use Arcane Shot here. Put out Snipe as my trap. I'm gonna put out a Buzzard here. Next turn I can play a Tundra Rhino and a Timberwolf, and I'll have a lot of damage if she doesn't deal with these two creatures that are out right now.
Get behind me.
Oh gosh, that is great! I am so glad I put out Snipe now, because that just changes everything, really. So now I put out Rhino, Timberwolf. Both the creatures I just played have haste. They have buffed damage, and I'm swinging in. Things are looking up right now, especially with that Snipe there. Things could not have been better, and I could not have made a better use out of Snipe. However, I am predicting a Flame Strike. I predicted it, and it is exactly what I got. That's fair. Of course she had to do something about all this crazy stuff that I had. I'll put out my trap now, because might as well, right? And with a lot of creatures here, Ventrico Mercenary, I'm probably not going to want to play first. She has a lot of cards, so maybe she has fireballs and stuff to answer. We'll see what she does here.
Someday I'll be just like you.
I'm okay with Sorcerer's Apprentice. Okay, Intellect. I do have a lot of cards, thanks to, well, all the card draw I got. Okay. 8 mana. How do we make this efficient? We don't need the Tundra Rhino out. However, next turn we have 9 mana, so we might as well play like a 4 mana and a 5 mana then, right? Yeah.
Hey, give me a minute.
For sure I'm going to trade here. Then what creature do I play? I'll play Tundra Rhino because he's going to be able to do damage right off the bat. I'll Hero Power and end my turn. Next turn with 9 mana, I will do Stranglethorn Tiger and Silvermoon Guardian, or Strowman Knight, depending on, again, what she has out on the field. It's probably going to be Silvermoon Guardian for me, and the reason is that with his Divine Shield, he'll survive and force a Fire Blast if they want to board wipe.
My shield for Argus.
That's pretty annoying though, eh? Stranglethorn Tiger will deal with one of the taunts. Like so. If I use a charge, I can actually finish off the whole board here. So I'll play the Strowman Knight.
For honor.
That'll deal with you. And we'll deal with Defender Argus like that. And we still have a lot of stuff on the board. However, this is like perfect Blizzard opportunity right here. Everything's at 2 health, you Blizzard, everything dies.
Ready for this?
Then Archmage comes out instead, and that's even worse in my opinion because, yeah, that is like the best Cone of Cold you could have ever hoped for, really. So what am I going to play here? We have 10 mana. I'm going to play... Whoa, not the Mercenary first. Patriarch. Then Mercenary. Then I'll put Snipe on. And I'll Hunter's Mark. And we'll see how she responds. Any creature she plays out will be sniped. If she manages to kill the Swordback and goes straight for me, the Explosive Trap will kill off Archmage. It's an acceptable trade for her, I'd say. However, I'm pretty comfortable. I was afraid for a second because priests just give me nightmares. Mind control on priests, and then you just lose something like your Ventrico Mercenary, and then it's like, wow, GG, you know? This is good, though, because there's no reason for her to attack a Ventrico Mercenary. She's gonna go for me. She goes for me, my explosive trap kills it. And I don't even take damage from the Frost Elemental. This is a awkward situation here. I'll Silver Moon Knight, Hero Power, and I'll end my turn. And I still think we're in a good position. Even if she board wipes, I'll have a Frostful Warlord and a Defender of Argus that I can play out. The Defender of Argus will be able to swing for 3 presumably, because I will have a, at the very least, a 5/5 taunt as a result. And although things may very well still be up in the air. Ooh, she's gonna trade for the kill. That's a good answer. I agree with that play. We'll put out Scarlet Crusader first. We'll play Defender of Argus. This busts everything up. We'll take a pot shot at her. I don't want to trade. I'm gonna force her to make the decision here. We're at a standstill on the board, and I'm okay with that. I'll probably sacrifice Defender of Argus at the very least, because he's already done his job. He's given the buff to everybody. Of course, ooh, silence is even better, because now Scarlet Crusader's straight up dead. What am I going to do? Well, I'm basically going to play everything I have here. And I'm not going to attack. Why? Because I have Explosive Trap, and so the Fen Creeper is going to die if they choose to attack me with a Spellbreaker. And I win in 2 turns, no matter what. And I'm at 30 health. So she has to do something very drastic to change things around. I'm okay with sniping that. Is she going to go for a trade still? Yeah, she is. That's acceptable. I'm going to do that. Place it on the high main. End my turn. Secret is Smear and oh! That would have been very terrifying. But there's no way that I'm gonna lose 30 health this turn. I'm in a good spot. I mean... Well played! That's the way you go out if you want to... you know, make an impression. We're 3-1 now. Things are looking up. I mean, with the current trend of one video, we've lost a game every time. So maybe this will be our loss, but I'm going into it pretty confident. That early game card draw is definitely making a big difference. The fact that I'm playing a priest makes me want to cry because I despise playing against priests. Keep the Timberwolf, get rid of the Savannah High mains because it won't be useful for a very long time. Multi-shot and always a snapshot. I'm okay with that. Hello! Might as well play the Timberwolf right now, see what he does. There's no point in saving it, really. Actually, there probably was, but since I don't have the coin, that might slow me down quite a bit. I wish I kept the Timberwolf in my hand and that he got the Timberwolf instead of one of these 3 things. Because other 3 things in my hand are pretty scary and can do terrible things. Well, always a Snapdraw, I guess, isn't the hugest deal, but look at his cards right now. I'm scared. I just hate playing against priests. They have mind control. They have Alkanol, Soul Priest. They have lots of annoying things that I do not like. And I wish that they didn't have. We'll play out Scavenging Hyena. And we'll swing in with the Timberwolf. Now, if the Timberwolf dies, I might get some value out of it being sacrificed to Scavenging Hyena. Next turn, if the Scavenging Unit doesn't die, which it does, which is fine, because that's pretty much what I expected. Next turn we'll still play a Houndmaster, I think. Actually, he hasn't done much at all. And this changes things too. I'm going to play a Knife Juggler. I'll swing a number 1 again. Shoot an arrow. And now Knife Juggler gets to have his effect trigger when I play an Oasis Snapdraw or the Houndmaster. Or the Knife Juggler is just going to die to Shadow Word Pain. And I don't mind that either, to be honest. We're really just throwing things at each other's faces right now and hoping that some of them will eventually have some effect. Absolutely, I'm fine with that. We'll play Oasis Snapdraw now. We'll continue to do 1 damage with the Timberwolf that's been out since turn 1. And this is when the ball's really going to get rolling. He's going to be able to do a lot of things at this point. Shadow Word Pain is very frustrating. Loot Hoarder, also sort of frustrating. Maybe he'll play a second creature. If he does, I'll multi-shot. Instead, he coins and heals himself. This is really... We're on my turn 6, and we have done 0 damage to each other. And I have no words to say about that. However, I'm going to buff the crap out of my Scavenging Hyena right now. And things will look very promising. A 6/5 Scavenging Hyena with Taunt? That's pretty scary, right? He can't Mind Control for 2 more turns. If he has Mind Control, I'm going to cry no matter what, but at least he can't do it for 2 more turns. So I don't know what this card is. He hasn't played it, so...
I wonder...
He has so many more cards than me, though. Like, when I run dry on cards, I'm probably in a ton of trouble. He has 3 mana, so I'm sure he can do something, right? Instead he heals himself, so I guess he's gonna continue holding on to the stupidly massive amount of stuff he has in his hand. I'll Scarlet Crusader, swing with the Handmaster, Hero Power. Look, I've done damage! Well, I have done damage before, but none of it's made a difference, so... If both these things stay alive, I get to Frostwolf Warlord. I'm absolutely going to Frostwolf Warlord before I play Venture yesterday, by the way. But this changes things. With this new set of options available, I'm multi-shotting. Then I swing in with Scarlet Crusader, I play Snipe, I Hero Power, I attack the Handmaster, and I end my turn. Things went by really quickly there, but I basically just did what made sense to me, really. Playing the Snipe, the next creature he plays out takes 4 damage right off the bat. My Scarlet Crusader's gonna die, that's okay. My Houndmaster might die, that's less okay. But he's out of mana again. But my Frostwolf Warlord is like, hey guys, what's up? I can maybe do things, but probably not. I'm gonna try to force another kill spell or something out of him onto Frostwolf Warlord, and that will maybe keep Ventricle Mercenary more safe. He has yet to play a creature to make use of my Snipe with. But he has 5 cards in his hand, he has to be able to do some things. Oh, and also Mind Control. I don't like Mind Control happening. Perfect! Sniping a Light Spawn is absolutely okay with me. Not being able to snipe the second Light Spawn, well, I can't really help that, can I? Gnomish Inventor's gonna come out. I'm gonna draw a card and see what it is. I have a Beast out. Right? Yeah. I'm kill commanding you. Swing at you with my Patriarch. Attacking for 5 and shooting my arrow. I have nothing but a Ventricle Mercenary left in my hand, and he has 4 cards. I have no more traps, and if he manages to do terrible things to my board on the battlefield, I'm in a bad spot. This is always a stressful moment when your cards run dry and theirs do not,
Must consider.
because that's the point where things can take a complete 180 and go back and spit all of your spit back into your face, and we'll see.
I am the blade of the gods.
He has creatures. Creatures are pretty scary. Not like absolutely terrifying though. I'm going to Arcane Shot pieces of the Loon, and I'm going to trade with my Gnomish Inventor. And I will swing in with my Classical Warlord. Finally put out my Ventricle Mercenary. Shoot him with my arrow. He's at 13 health, I'm at 30. He has 3 cards still, and I have 0. So I'm still stressed. This is gonna be a scary turn, maybe. Especially if he has Mind Control. If he has Mind Control, I think I lose. Because Mind Control is so powerful. Especially in like a draft pick mode. Oh my gosh. Because things are always so unpredictable, and when they stretch out this long, one creature is going to make the difference between victory and defeat. Especially if it's a gigantic thing like, Ventricle Mercenary here.
I wonder.
He's got decisions to make, though. It's not looking like it's a simple situation where it's like a 4-3-3 in terms of the mana cost of his cards, and he can just put them all out and go in hot. He's making me nervous, if we're being completely honest here. However, next turn, I have enough damage to finish him off if he doesn't heal himself. If I'm doing my math right. Assuming that my Swordback Patriarch dies, I'm going to do 14 damage? Let's make sure I can do math. Yeah, 14 damage, including hero power. However, he has not taken an action yet. And I feel like he might not take an action. That's okay. I guess he is conceding, and I'm just going to finish him off, so... It's a good thing they have internal timers and stuff in Hearthstone, because there are other games where you can just, in StarCraft, rift off your buildings when you're tearing and flip them to all corners of the map, and then go AFK and have some lunch or something, and make them find every single one of your buildings if you want to win. But we're 4-1 now. We're moving at a good clip, and I'm happy with the progress we've made. Maybe next time I'll try something different, but Hunter is a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed watching. I appreciate the support, and I appreciate the views, and, I'm glad we get to have fun together. I'll see you next time.